Hello and welcome to Master It Monday. I am your host, Maggie Carey, and today's topic is going to be about getting more engagement with your Instagram stories through using something called stickers. Now, you may be familiar with stickers where you can put something fun and flashy and blinking lights and all this fun, great new things, and all that's wonderful. And it is really a way to get more attention for your graphics. However, what I'm talking about is really getting engagement, getting users to take a look at what you're posting and react to it. That increases your engagement. It increases so much more with with the Instagram algorithm. You also get the added benefit of learning more about the people that you service, learning about your followers, what they do, how they do it. You can really design these interesting stickers to give you information about your clients and about maybe what their interests are, what they like, what they don't like, and more, depending on how you structure your about how you structure your post. So I just want to welcome, we have Angela here. Hi, Angela. Thank you for joining us. And Coach Glow, thank you for sharing on your page. We appreciate it. This is going to be a really great one. Thanks, Angela. You guys are amazing. This is really going to hone in on those stories. Don't be afraid of stories. It's one of the things I hear a lot. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. Look, take one of your posts and you can click that little, looks like sort of a little paper airplane. You click it and you can share it to your story. Add some cool wording and stickers. Don't make it more complicated than it has to be. One of the things that you could also do is if you go to Canva, you can actually create your story on Canva, or at least the background of it. And I'm going to show you, that's what I did with mine. Okay, so let me get over here. So let's talk a little bit about these stickers to boost your Instagram story engagement, okay? One of the ones that you can do is a poll. And this would be perfect for a yes/no question. So I decided, let's talk about what's your favorite pie, right? Is it pumpkin or is it apple? And what you're seeing here is I clicked the sticker, and down in the bottom where it says poll right here, I click on that and I can ask a question there. I actually put the question in my Canva graphic. And then I'm going to put something to really give them a call to action, like pick one, make a choice. Now this said yes or no. This is great for two choices. I'm putting in apple or pumpkin. I didn't even put the word pie in because they see the picture and the picture says 1,000 words, right? So by doing this, I can then take that and then I drag it, and you can see on the bottom, I left some space to put the poll in. Now within 1 minute of publishing this on my Instagram story, I had 3 replies at like midnight. So, this is a great way to really get that engagement. Now, just to show you a little bit about how this works for you or what the user sees as well, the results come up. So at the time I took that shot, you can see that I had 25% apple and 75% pumpkin. If you go over to my story at Master It Media on Instagram, you can vote and you'll be able to see what it is. Now, what about the user? What about you? What are you seeing, not the user? Now, here are some shared results that you can see here. On this one post, I had 1 vote for apple, 3 votes for pumpkin. And I can see exactly who voted for what. I can also see people who viewed the post that didn't answer. This is great information. Think about this. Now, I'm being silly and I'm asking a question about your favorite pie, but think about your business. What are 2 options that you have in your business that you would love to have an answer to? One of my polls in the past was, what do you need to learn more about? Facebook or Instagram? Well, guess what? It was Instagram. So now by far, 100% was Instagram. So I'm taking that information and I'm using that to develop future Master It Mondays and my quips and tips that I do on Fridays. These are things that you can implement in your business. How can you structure a poll to get information about your clients or your potential clients, what their needs are, and how you can service them in your business? And you can find this out through your social media. Don't just put one of these polls up and don't go back and look at it. The analytics are the gold of these. So a poll is one. Another is a slider. And this one is great for giving answers on a sliding scale. It gives you an average. Again, the same thing. You click that little sticker button up in the top, and then you click this cute little slider. You can change it, and you can it'll gauge, right? How much, how little, how much, how little, right? So when you do this, the same thing with this, you can take it and you can move it. You can add a little text to it. You can move it down so that it fits your graphic better. And this way, when somebody goes to this and clicks on this and wants to answer it, they just take the little graphic, whatever you put in it, and they slide it down, back, up and down. If they're a little, they're going to be to the left. If they're a lot, they're going to be to the right. This is like, you ever take those quizzes? Oh, and I forgot to mention, look at this. I can click that little color wheel up on the top, and I can change my color. Of course, you know what I'm changing it to. So here's a way, though, you can size it, you can move it, you can take it and go where you want. It has that nice little thing where it centers it, so you can see where it's centered if you want it centered. And then when somebody answers this, they're going to slide on that scale. So that gives you kind of a feel for, is it a lot or is it a little, with more than just one choice. They have this great area to do that in. Now, as far as what you will see, same kind of response that you got, you get a background image. Now, I was the only one that voted it for this one at that time, but this is a sliding scale. I picked middle of the road, and that's what it's showing. The more people that vote, this is going to go up and down, and you're going to see the answers down here of who voted and what they felt, how long they spent on, in this case, social media. Now, you can see here that you've got the number. There's also a way that you can look at it graphically by clicking here. And you can see the answers. This is really very powerful. And it's kind of, if you don't go in it, you wouldn't know about it, right? It's kind of cool. So here's the third one, quizzes. This is great when you're looking at something you wanna kind of test your audience. You wanna make it fun, right? Everybody loves game shows, right? So make your story a game show. So with this one, what I decided to do was to be very cheeky. I decided I was going to do a quiz. And here I'm asking people to guess my favorite color. Now I can put up, this, you're only seeing two options here, but as I typed in, so I put in my guess, whatever it is, right? Or it could be something that you can kind of do instead of one of those cool fun fact things. Make it a guessing game. So I'm putting in here pink and blue, but notice as I put in blue, I'm getting more options. And then I did 4 here in this example, but what you need to do is pick the one. You can see right now it's blue, but we all know blue is not my favorite color. And then you put it, again, click that color wheel to change it. You can move it, you can size it. Very cool. But remember, this is something that I did for just something fun and cheeky as a demonstration. But you can use this to kind of get that engagement going. Like, what about doing one of those things that's a fact about your business? What percentage of people do this, or what percentage of people have? What are the problems that your clients are struggling with, and how do you solve it? I was talking to a teacher today, right? So how many people are dealing with being at home parents teaching their students. And you can put percentages, do the research, find out what that percentage is, and then maybe it'll surprise your people, but it gets them engaged. Now you have a person who you know is interested in your business. You can follow up with them. It's very, very interesting, right? So this is what happens in the quiz. You'll see when somebody checks the wrong answer, they're going to get their answer in a deep red with an X, and then the other two wrong answers, in this case, two, and then the right answer is going to be in green. I was very sad that the bowl was not the right answer in the color. So, but again, here is your results. You had 3 people filled out this quiz at the time of this, and of course, 3 people looked at it, but only 2 people answered it, right? But I still get down here, it's cut off. But down here, I could have scrolled up and gotten the information about the viewer. So it really does give you a lot of insight to your clients, right? Yeah, of course, Coach Glow, the answer is C. You are so right. All right, so Coach Glow, she said, I tried Canva and I'm challenged by it. Glow, this is something we should really sit down and talk about, because Canva is a very powerful tool to help you use it. And it may just take a little bit of time to just show you some quick tips and tricks, as also there's a lot that you can find in Canva's help section. But even if you can't do Canva, remember, you can take a graphic or a photo that you have and use it in your and to create this poll. You don't need to use Canva to do anything. Everything that you saw, you could bring in a picture. You can do things that are, you can bring in a picture of something that you already have. Like take that pumpkin pie one, right? Like I could take that picture and just use it as my background and add text. There's a little text icon in your story when you go to do your story, just like we added the sticker. So it does end up helping you with that. So Angela asks, can you use it to see the customer's preference versus right or wrong answer? So, yeah, I don't see why not, right? You say, what do you like? Instead of asking a question, like, what is your favorite, like Angela does jewelry, right? Do you prefer necklaces, bracelets, rings, or earrings, right? And they can then, but then that's not a right or wrong answer, is it? Because their answer is the right answer. So I would go back to the yes or no and do it multiple ways. So do you like earrings or do you like necklaces? And then do a yes, no, which would be a poll, because the other one isn't really it's not a wrong answer if you're asking them a question, right? So that could be what's your preference, and they can guess that in that. But that's a great question, Angela. Thank you for asking. So let's get back to the results here. So these were the 3 we covered, right? Polls, sliders, and quizzes. So polls are for yes, no, or questions with just 2 choices. You can only do 2. Sliders are great for averaging out your user answers. So Angelo, in your case, this is an idea you can use for this too. You can say, do you like earrings? And then they can slide back and forth what their level is in earrings. And you can do a post every day or every week or whatever you want to do, and then you can gauge the user's interest that way. So quizzes are more test knowledge, a fun way to handle trivia. I think the quizzes are a great way of also doing something that will highlight your business in a manner that will drive more clients. Like you can find out what they don't know in order to help them with what they do know, right? So they could learn. Here's another question that I get asked a lot about stories. Now, stories, you can cross-post to Facebook. So you can create a story on Instagram and then cross-post it right to Facebook. Easy, right? But keep in mind, with there are some features that you can add on your Instagram stories that do not carry over to your Facebook stories. And I'm giving you a little chart here. And this is actually, you can go right into facebook.com/business and go into their help section. And they have this chart that's much, much bigger than this. This, I just took the things we're covering today, but they show you with sliders, stickers, this is supposed to cross post well. When I did it, it did not. So my thing is, whenever you post anything and then cross post, always check it, because you never know if something changes, especially because there are a lot of things that change in technology very, very quickly. And sometimes it's not always easy to figure that out. So test is always great. Polls, this will cross post, but it does have a caveat here. The interactive component of it is going to count as separate results. So you're going to have one set of results for your Instagram story in the polls and one set for your Facebook. Now, here's the thing. Quick stickers available for cross-posting, but there's no interactive nature to it. So it's kind of like, why would I do that? So that's kind of my advice there would be, maybe not for quizzes. Just keep that on your Instagram. So we have Angela. Thank you. You're very welcome. As always, with Master It Media, we're here to educate businesses on developing an engaging social media presence. If you have any burning questions about social media that you need answered, please reach out to masteritmedia.com. You can email me at Maggie@masteritmedia.com. And as always, I'm always on all these socials. I'm here. If you're watching me on Facebook, please like us. If you're watching us on YouTube, click that like button, subscribe to us, click the little bell so you get notified when we go live. And we will be back next Monday. If you want to join us live and ask questions like Glo and Angela did today, I invite you to join me live while we're streaming. And then you can always watch us on the replay and email me any questions that you may have. Have a fabulous weekend. If you wanted to know, like the pumpkin pie, but I will definitely eat apple. I am not any way, shape, or form advert to having pie. So have a great day, everybody, and we will see you next Master It Monday.